Okay, my grasshoppers, on this next video analysis, I'm going to be talking about the footwork on the volley, but not just when you establish at the net, the first volley, when you're running into the net after you split step and making contact with that first volley. One of the worst tips out there is you run in, split step, and just stop and wait for the ball, hit the volley, and move in. You do not want to do that. You want to move through your first volley. And just as I mentioned in a previous video analysis on the volley, that you actually want to make contact before you take your final step. So you backload your back foot, you make contact, then you step in. On the first volley, you're actually going to have both feet off the ground when you're going to make contact, and then step in. And we're going to start with the great Roger Federer, and then we're going to do a series of pros to show you the common thread of the first volley footwork. Now right here, I apologize that we're not going to see the ball in the strings, but you have to trust me right there. When the ball, you can see it appear right there, right in his strings, the back foot is off the ground, and so is the front foot. He is moving through the first volley. Now I'm going to go to the great John McEnroe right here. Okay, he just got done split stepping. He sees the volley. He's going to push off the back foot, and then watch. Right when he's making contact, as he's making contact with the ball, both feet are off the ground. See that? Both feet off the ground, so he can really propel himself forward and then land. So it's not a jump, but you're just propelling yourself forward as you're making contact with the ball. This is the great Mark Knowles in London at Thanksgiving. Watch this. She's going to make contact with the ball. And guess what? Both feet off the ground as he's making contact. So a leap forward right there. So you move through your volley. This is the great Patrick Rafter. He's won the US Open twice right there. Watch. Back load and watch where his feet are when he's making contact. Both feet off the ground right there. He's propelling himself forward. So be careful. Is a great John McEnroe again after a split step coming in now for a forehand volley this time. Watch this. Pushing off the back foot, and when he's making contact with the ball, guess what? Both feet are off the ground right there, which means take the ball inside. This is the Bryan brothers right there. No better volleyers than these two guys. Now watch this. When he's making contact, once again, both feet are off the ground. So learn to take the volley in stride when you're coming into the net. Okay, it is so important to really move forward as you're hitting the ball. This is Taylor Dent right there putting a volley away. On that one, he's really on top of the net, but check it out. Look at this. Both feet on the ground to add some power to move through the volley so they can put it away right there. And now the great John McEnroe again, after the split step, he's going to push off. And watch this again. Same thing, both feet off the ground. So I'm telling you, if you're having trouble making that first volley, the first volley is the most important volley. It's called the transition volley, okay? Do not stop after you split step. You must split step. The split step is not a stop, but after that, you're going to backload off the back foot, and you're going to take that ball right in stride, and you'll see that you'll be able to control your racket a lot better because your body is moving as you're hitting the ball. And if you can just feel yourself propelling yourself right into the shot right there, you can keep your racket nice and quiet. And just if Roger Federer does it, and John McEnroe has done it for years, if it's good enough for them, my grasshoppers, it is good enough for you. So if you're going to work on your transition volley, just like John McEnroe here, after you split step, see, you're going to be just like on the regular volley, as I mentioned before in earlier videos. When you make contact, right before you make contact, your weight is on the back foot, and now this time you're going to propel yourself forward, and you're going to take that ball right in stride. You're going to make contact with the ball between your back foot being on the ground and your front foot being on the ground, and you're taking it right in stride, which results in both feet being off the ground. Okay, so once again, thank you for your time to listen to my videos. And if you want to hear more great tips like this, please log on to www.tennisoxygen.com. And that's it. Hopefully you learned something to make your first volley a lot better. Watch it right here. We're going to finish off with a great shot of Feliciano Lopez. He just got done split stepping. And guess what? When he's making contact with the ball, both feet are off the ground.